hapo.
Pleasure. So we go in? Okay. Oh, now slow down. Welcome to the office. It's okay. So the rest can go in there. Zuri. So good morning. You came from China when?
We departed from China on November the 27th.
Okay. So you've been here a few days.
所以我们已经来了这里几天了。Yes.
And how are you enjoying it? How is the country so far?
您觉得目前对肯尼亚的印象怎么样？
Oh, good. He knows. So it's a pleasure and really nice to have you here.
很高兴能够在我们那库鲁接待你。
One about the fourth largest county, I think third actually. We are bigger than Mombasa. Yeah, so it's a pleasure to have you, and we are looking forward to have a great day.
也希望您在那库鲁郡一切顺利。
谢谢。
Thank you.
我们非常期待来了以后感觉很好。
I look forward to visiting Nakuru County and Kenya, and indeed, after I arrived in your country, I am very impressed.
Oh, very good. Very good. So we were going to...
You said after we visit the office, you want to go to the national park alone.
Oh! Alone.
主要是工作比较忙。
It's mainly because we think you have a very busy schedule, so we don't want to take too much.
Oh, no, that's fine. That's completely fine.
但他觉得没事。
Yeah, that's exciting too. Yeah.
So,
We can do the, but I wanted to just introduce, sorry, we have the book signing, and then we take some pictures. Hii maneno ya vitabu I've never understood, but here we go. That's enough for him, eh? Oh, okay. So we do pictures. So, let me first introduce. Did you just remember? Our Deputy Governor, Nakuru County. Our Speaker.
这个是他们这个郡议会的议长。
Of the County Assembly. And our leader of majority in the County
这
Assembly.
个是郡议会多数党领袖。
So we can take a few pictures of him.
然后以这个为背景，就是
挪到后面去，站在后面就好。
Sorry.
It's okay. It's alright. He's like, oh my God. Okay. And what we can take one major one, outside. One outside.
China kwa tunatoa story ya kata school sasa hivi. Hey! China kwa hapa.
Sijamuona.
Kwanza. Yeye amepeana zawadi. Ambassador wako kweli?
Ambassador hizo kosa.
Hapana, vitu ya siasa.
Government man, hii ni government. Ambassador alikuwa hata jana.
Alikuwa jana.
Haizi waacha leo.
Itabidi unajua simu yangu vitu itanimwaga.
Sasa nikifika nitachukua.
Lakini kwa size iko tu sawa.
Shida ni network. Unaona kwanza Airtel.
Yangu leo imekubali.
Network ya Airtel.
Safaricom.
Safaricom fine. Airtel ni stress bana.
nika naongea mhobo. Hata sidhani kama hapa tutakaa sana. Hapa sidhani kama tutakaa sana.
Nino? Mzima. Mzima tu. Safari kwa Airtel kuna shida. Hata huyu uzime ulistart.
Taa kabisa yangu imekwama.
Ama weke flight mode urudishe. Alafu but uzima inakuwa the best.
Nani anakufinyia huyu? Nani anakufinyia huyu?
Kwa ile delegation. Mbona kwa nini siwezi kupea simu? Ninaandika at the same time na code.
Sasa nilikuwa nataka unipatie.
Ngumu.
Sikia. For now. Nisikie.
Nitakuwa tu mahali
Unipatie uende uweke hii tripod huko mbele. Nielewe. Uweke alafu kama. Unaelewa? Uweke juu niko sure naingia nao kwa nyumba. Hii tripod.
Sasa tunaenda kwa park.
Park.
Hatuendi huko. Hatuendi kwa chama kwa Kizina mtawai mapema. Andesa mrudi, hata kama ni kurudi hivi muingilie ni Anaro pio. Ama hii ndio sasa rahisi. Kutoka hapa. Kericho. Unaeka tu hazard alafu na kufululiza. Hiyo meeting ya next week inaweza take how long? Haitachukua muda.
Kuna ya miti.
Hapa tunawaacha.
Ya park.
Anaenda kwa park.
Sasa hivi tunaenda park.
Nimesikia kitu kama hiyo.
Tunaingia kwa chama.
Video. Makela ndera ya ingia nyangia.
Umharibu. Hiyo internet noma.
Tuko nyuma yake, wewe sikiingie. Wale wewe kuingia. Haya. Tunaenda tu ndani. Usifunge mfungo.
Katu hapa.
Shikeni na kuja.
Haya sana.
You might need him one day. Bye.
Acha niende.
Sasa unajua kuingia kwa shot. Hapa tu.
Ni mimi na wewe.
Kam kabisa. Kuja kabisa. Kuja.
A lot of handshaking. Watch your steps. Yeah.
Turudi nyuma. Kidogo tu.
Oh, ngoja niingie. Ngoja kidogo.
Come turn it.
One, two, mic check, 1, 2. Ongeza. 1, 2, mic check, 1, 2. Tena. 1, 2, mic check, 1, 2. Ongeza. 1, 2, mic check, 1, 2. Bas. 1, 2, mic check, 1, 2. Ongeza. 1, 2, mic check, 1, 2. Hujaongeza bwana.
Welcome. Karibuni sana. 7 or 6. Yes.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone. God is good, and all the time. Yeah, Excellency Governor of Nakuru, thank you very much for the good reception you have received in Nakuru. It is a warm, beautiful day. So before we start, can we just have a word of prayer? Somebody to lead us in a word of prayer. Okay, let us pray. God Almighty, we come to you this morning. Thank you for the journey mercies that you have given to our visitors and all the people who have come from Nairobi. Thank you for the wonderful reception that we have received by the people of Nakuru. Thank you for the good weather that you have given us today. We ask that you give us a good session this morning, that as we embark on this new office, that this office bring prosperity to this part of the country, and let everyone who has attended today's meeting have blessings from you. In Jesus' name we pray. So, Your Excellency Governor, all visitors and protocols observed, let me take this opportunity first of all to welcome all of you to the North Rift, Central Rift Region Office Headquarters. This is our first office in the Central Rift, and remember Central Rift encompasses Nakuru and part of Nyandarua and Laikipia. Now, before we continue, let me start by the introduction. We start by introducing all the MCAs who are present here today. Please come in front, including the speaker and the majority leader. Okay. Let me start first of all, sorry about that. Can we start with the party officials, all the secretariat members, karibuni hapa mbele, tafadhalini. Haraka haraka. Chap 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 chap. Governor, unajua this Nakuru town, when we come, we don't sleep, so don't worry at how we look like. We have the team captain showing us around in the evening. Higgins, please come in front here. This is our tour guide in Nakuru, and he's a deputy ED. He's called Higgins Bogwa, and he also comes from Nakuru. And apparently, half of the secretariat comes from Nakuru. Mebu watu wainue mkono watu wa Nakuru. Sunaona? Wewe inua mkono. Yeah, Governor ainui. Yes, you see. So, Higgins, Deputy ED. Kipto, please direct us first. Daniel Kipto, Director Programs. Joseph Mulili, he's our Director Finance and Administration. Director Communications, Rob Gilo. Grace Gishovi, Director of Events. Emmanuel Kibet, Director Legal and Compliance. Director Membership, Samuel Mwangi. And Director Resource Mobilization and Diaspora, Charles Matoke. Thank you very much. We have our regional manager. He will talk a bit later. He's called Nguruna. Yeah, this is a guy who helped us register with the help of that time Senator, registered the highest number of members of UDA at that time. Thank you very much, Nguruna. We have a regional director from Laikipia and Samburu. She's called Esther. Esther, karibu sana. Managers, please. Manager, SG's office, Patience Kitty.
from Taita Taveta. Manager diaspora Malik from Sudan. Yes. She's married to Sudanese. So manager SIG. First name. Special Interest Group. Jina imepotea. Connie Kaptuya from Kajiado County. Yes. Huyu anaitwa anatupanganga sasa ile vitu imeharibika. He is called Itifaki. We call him Itifaki. He comes from Kakamega. Is it Kakamega?
Yes.
Yes. Huyu ni manager wetu wa HR. Anatoka Kajiado. Unatoka Narok? Yes, he comes from Narok. Anaitwa James Lesikan. Masi Kuria is our director, manager procurements. Ni maneno ya usiku madam, unajua usiku hatukulala. Sasa vitu vingine inachanganyikiwa. Masi Kuria procurements. Can be events. Makotsi is a PA to the Secretary General. Manager the resource mobilization. He comes from Kiambu. First name George Mudhemba. Huyu ni Nakuru. Huyu ni Nakuru, lakini huyu ni wa ofisi yetu anaitwa remind me. Ngoja, there is another name we give you. She organizes our offices, so we have to meet our organizer. Anaitwa Shakil. Kwani nyinyi si wa chama? If you come from the headquarters, they do not come, don't come for pay. Tafadhali. Evans Mulusa, communications. Any other person? Watu wa kamera. Sawa, asanteni. Dennis, our technician at the support. David, our technician. Any other person? Now, we go to the MCS, led by the majority leader. Majority leader, you will introduce your people. Tafadhalini. Rabio, karibu sana.
Asante. Any other MCA present? Karibu sana. Asante sana. I've been given a task of introducing our MCAs. Kindly MCAs wote naona bado kuna wengine wamekaa. Just karibia. This is Mheshimiwa Francis. Asante sana. Can I have a seat? Ama they say, or even to make it easier, ni mzuri tusikie sauti yao haraka.
Asante Emel. Madam Governor, wageni wetu. Good morning. Francis Kuria from Malawa West Ward. That is in Gilgil Sub-County and still in Naivasha Sub-County. Thank you.
Next. Mariam.
Asante sana Governor, Secretary General wetu, Deputy Governor. Nimeona watu ni wengi na speaker. Mimi kwa majina ni Karaja wa Boy wa Mariam, mtoto ya single mother. Secretary General, wewe unajua, mimi ni kama wewe Secretary General wa maskini wote amka na tuko. Sisi ni wanachama. Sasa tunganganie kwa chama.
Asante sana. Karibu sana Deputy Majority Leader.
Morning everybody. Your Excellency Governor, our SDO protocols observed. I can see my speaker is here. My name is Rose Njoroge, MCA elected in Gilgil Ward, Nakuru County. Thank you. You're welcome.
She's also the Deputy Majority Leader of our party. Asante sana, kiongozi. Karibu sana.
Madam Governor, our visitors, the SG, our Speaker, Mheshimiwa Gikaria, all protocols observed. Kwa majina ni Wadhiai Macharia. I'm the member of County Assembly representing Shabab Ward. Thank you and welcome.
Karibia sana.
Madam Governor, na all protocol observed. My name is Elijah Mwaura from Biashara, Naivasha Sub-County. Thank you.
Asante sana. Karibu sana, Mheshimiwa Mkami.
All protocols observed. Good morning. My name is Cynthia Mukami, Special Elect, representing the people of Kiamaina Ward, Bahati constituency.
Asante sana, Mheshimiwa Lois.
All protocol observed. My name is Lois Kagesha, nominated MCA Kabatini Ward. And to our visitors, karibuni sana in this great county.
Asante sana. Lastly.
Madam Governor, all protocols observed. Anwa Maitha, Special Elect, Nakuru Town East Biashara Ward, and a former Secretariat of the Uda Party. It's an honor to host you. So karibuni sana to our guest.
Asante sana. And finally, Alex Langat, Majority Leader and MCA of Masop Ward. There's one more. Karibu, karibu. And today, Mheshimiwa, I'm a bit careful to introduce as the First Lady. Asante, karibu.
Asante, Mel. Mjamboni. Kwa majina Dorcas Gadhere, nominated MCA hapa Nakuru Town East. Karibuni.
Asante. Welcome all our visitors. Thank you, Your Excellency.
Governor, I think before I call in the next speaker, who will be the Speaker of the Assembly, let me urge our members that we have opened, this is our first office that we have opened in Nakuru. Nakuru, it will cover Nakuru and Nyandarua. And our regional manager is Nguruna. Where is Nguruna? Our office will be used to serve the party. Most of the activities of the party will be done in this office. We are even thinking that the elections will be devolved so that we don't have problems. Eventually, like remember the last time when we had issues even in Nairobi. Everything that was done, a mistake that was done in Rwanda was brought to Nairobi. So it became congested. So we wish to devolve all our functions, even disputes sometimes that are very minor can be sorted at the regional offices. Our election materials will be brought to our regional office so that distribution can be made easier. So on behalf of the Secretariat, we want to thank you, Governor, for supporting us to open this office. So Secretariat, tupigie Governor wetu makofi tafadhali. Yeah, and this is the first office that the Chinese have visited. Yes, they have not gone to any other office apart from the Hustler Center. In the original office ya kwanza wametembelea, and I think it's an honor to this party. So thank you very much, Speaker sir. Karibu sana, then you will take over the program from here. You will invite the MP, area MP, then he will invite the SG, then the Governor.
Your Excellency the Governor, the SG, all the DG and all protocols observed. Good morning. It's a good day na tunashukuru sana kwa sababu ya nafasi hii ya kuweza kuwa na ofisi kama hii na pia chama our SG to be with us and all the parties here na tunashukuru. And we want to thank you so much because now the party will have a permanent office here. And there's nothing as good as having a permanent home. So this is the home of the party going forward. Na tunashukuru sana, we are very thankful. Without wasting much time, kwa sababu najua you know very well that I'm a speaker. And I belong to this party, but now when I'm in the assembly, I'm partyless. And for that reason, allow me to now welcome the area MP, the Honorable David Gekaria, to have his comments. Karibu sana Mwesh.
Bwana Yesu asifiwe. Your Excellency, Madam Governor, our Honorable SG, Cleopas Malala, and all the protocols observed, mine is to welcome you here in Nakuru County in the UDA Regional Office. Karibuni sana, And we really thank the SG even for choosing Nakuru County to be the first county to have members of the Communist Party to come and visit our office. We thank you very much. Secondly, I would also want to say that, Madam Governor, you have helped us so much. Even during the time of registration, you did very well, you supported me, and that's why Nakuru today is shining with UDA. And we know going forward, I think things will be a bit because we are already inside now what we wanted. Secondly, all the secretariats, thank you very much for coming and welcome here. And I also want to declare that this office will be for everybody, and we are going to treat everybody fairly. Just as we did the other time, that is the same thing we are going to do, treating everybody fairly. I will be here in the office and I will be waiting. You are Honorable Secretary General, everything to be settled so that I will be reporting here. When I'm going to my work, I have to report here first so that I will be able to serve the party diligently. Allow me to introduce just 3 people that have been working with me tirelessly for the last 2 years. Hawa, can you stand up where you are? Fabrizia and Robert, or he is outside. Those people have been working with me, assisting me for the last 2 years. They have been with me, working voluntarily, no payment. So I think, when ISG, you look into those issues because they are very effective. They know all about UDA, registration and everything. So mine is to welcome you here and thank you very much. Na tusaidiane na tutembee pamoja tujenge chama chetu cha UDA. We build our party to be strong and going forward, let it shine. Even in 2027, I am believing God, status quo will remain. That is okay. Status quo will remain. Bwana SG, tukitaka kuja hapa, everything will be okay. Mambo itakuwa sawa. Everything will be okay. Kwa hivyo, God bless you so much. I'm here to serve you and thank you very much. Welcome all. Oh, now he is my MP. Mimi ni voter wake. I am a voter to this gentleman. He's a very good person. Mheshimiwa Gekaria. Anaishi hapa Nakuru, Nakuru East. Mimi ni voter wake. I am a voter to him. I voted him in. And I voted all the UDA people. So, on a UDA ticket. And that's why I have said we want the status quo to remain. Kwa hivyo, welcome Mheshimiwa. We are together with you. We are standing with you. Greet the people of Nakuru and the visitors. Thank you very much.
My dear Governor, His Her Excellency Madam Susan Kihika, SG wetu, a friend of mine, Cleo Malala, Speaker wa Bunge ya Nakuru, His Excellency the Deputy Governor, and all the visitors who are here. God is good all the time. Kweni amko na furaha kwa mambo ya chama. God is good all the time. Hebu tusalimiane. It's a fine morning. Let me take this opportunity to first of all welcome every visitor to Nakuru Town East constituency and particularly Biashara Ward, where we are, is a ward called Biashara Ward. The MCA for this area should be joining us in a few minutes. But my apologies to my colleagues from the National Assembly and the Senate. Her Excellency the Governor and SG, you know, we normally have the East African Interparliamentary Games, which are starting tomorrow in Rwanda. So most of the members of parliament are not here with us because already they have traveled. I had to cancel my ticket to travel to Rwanda this morning, but I'll be joining them later tomorrow or Monday morning. So the parliamentary games, of course, Malala, you participate twice, and you know what it means, the integration, widening, and tightening of the East African community, and that is very important. So my apologies for my colleagues, but they should be joining us. A few will be coming for those ones. You know, Rift Valley is a county of sports. We have athletics, footballers, and so almost all members, in exception of only one, are members of the National Assembly Parliamentary Sports Committee. So with those few remarks, again, I just want to say thank you very much, Madam Governor. I almost got lost because at first I thought we were going to the other old office. And so when I saw the vehicles were coming this side, I didn't. And I think a few of my colleagues, I had already sent them. Some of the UDA members, I had sent them to the old office, but I've communicated they should be joining us. Let me first of all say thank you very much, SG, for the good work you are doing for the party. We appreciate the manifesto of the party. But SG, I just want to make a plea that it is important for you to convene a meeting, say for MCS, first of all, and then later for the National Assembly and Parliament, so that we can be able to integrate the manifesto of the party in whatever we do at our respective assemblies. Sometimes we speak in assemblies not knowing the manifesto of the party and what it intends to do. And we want to agree, as far as it's concerned, like when you talk about the bottom-up, for example, that every member, be it at the National Assembly or the County Assembly, must understand. So SG, I really want to plead with you that make it a point for you, after elections, most of the people forget about the manifesto, and then we continue forgetting the sense of what, because we need to have purpose as already directed by the president. Secondly, SG, we were supposed to have our elections for at the grassroots level. And I think it is key for us to have those elections. As it is now, the citizenry of Kenya gave us a mandate for 5 years to manage this country, that we said we would be able to do this, this, and this. And I think it is important for us to be able to continue advocating for because without a purpose, and one of the issues that we said was about having a national party devoid of tribalism, devoid of tribes, devoid of regions and things like that. And it has given us a strong sense of belonging in Parliament, where we have members of Parliament from the UDA party, from across the country. So I think it is important for us to continue preaching that gospel, that we need to continue with that, devoid of tribalism coming from one region and things like that, so that by the time we are speaking, we are just speaking one language as Kenyans and members of UDA. So without much ado, I want to say thank you very much. And I take this opportunity now, and you didn't, you people, SG, I thank you for donning the yellow colors, and myself. Tafadhali, hata SG mpatie tu hata kofia. Unajua sahi, hata uonekane tu ni mtu ya hii chama. At least yangu ilikuwa kwa tu ni ile sikuandika. Let me take this opportunity to invite His Excellency, the Deputy Governor of Nakuru, my brother, Bwana Kones. Karibu sana.
Thank you, sana, my brother. Thank you so much, my brother. Your Excellency, the Governor, Nakuru County Secretary General wetu wa UDA, all members present, hamjambo. Hamjambo tena. I must say, when I hear of the word UDA, I'm seeing a national party, a party which belongs to everybody in Kenya. And I know as time goes by, whenever we shall be talking about UDA, it is going to remind us about the unity we have in our country. It is the UDA which brought all of us together, where now we don't know where we come from or where you belong to. We belong to Kenya as a family. So I don't want to talk so much. I want to invite all the county staff to come here so that I can introduce you. Please, county staffs. I see some like Ihagi still sitting down and sip. Yeah, a county executive. I've seen quite a number of them. Yeah. Okay, let me give them to say their names.
Good morning. My name is Steven Kuria Mururi, CC Trade, Culture and Tourism, Nakuru County. Thank you very much, Your Excellency.
You forgot to say Mheshimiwa Steven. He was an MCA.
Yes,
Karibu sana.
Thank you.
Hamjambo nyote, kwa majina naitwa Peter Kechenya, mimi ni Chief of Staff Nakuru County. Asanteni.
Thank you, Daktari.
Thank you. My name is John Kihagi, the CC in charge of lands, physical planning, housing and urban development. Thank you.
He's also Mheshimiwa. One time he was an MP.
Good morning. My name is Zipora Wamboi Ngugi, the CCM for Education, ICT, E-Government and Public Communication.
Thank you very much. Mine is only to invite, my duty is to invite Her Excellency to take over the program. Or mine is to invite the Secretary General to take over the program. Karibu, Mheshimiwa. Karibu, my brother.
Asante. Thank you. Thank you, Your Excellency, our good brother from the Chinese Communist Party, Your Excellency Mao, Your Excellency, the Governor of Nakuru County, my elder sister, and the head girl of Nakuru Girls, Governor Susan Kihika, our brother Gikaria, a very good midfielder, our speaker, our deputy governor, all leaders present, and members of the UDA party. I want us to remind ourselves of our UDA slogan, because it seems many of you have forgotten our UDA slogan. UDA, UDA, kazi ni kazi, pesa mfukoni, tulipe ushuru. Mbona hapo pa ushuru mnaongea na sauti ya chini? Yeah. Your Excellency Mao, welcome to Nakuru. Nakuru is one of our cities in Kenya. At the moment, we have 3 cities. That is Nairobi, Mombasa, and Nakuru. And we are planning to have an extra city in Eldoret, I think later this year. First of all, I want to thank you for accompanying us to one of our satellite offices. When we requested your visit last month, I think you are very willing to come to Kenya, and we decided that since we are a national party, we do not confine you to the Nairobi office. We said that when we get visitors, we shall want to ensure that our visitors visit at least our regional offices. We have decided to open 47 county offices and 16 regional offices. We have already identified all the 47 county offices across this country. And we said because we want to decentralize the functions of the Secretariat, we will have regional offices. And I'm glad to announce that Nakuru is one of the regional offices that we shall be having in our Secretariat. This office, and I want to make it very clear to the membership of the UDA party, that this office is not affiliated to any member of UDA. This office was identified by the Secretariat. The rent will be paid by the Secretariat. The workers will be paid from the Secretariat, and therefore it will serve all the members of the Secretariat in a very neutral way. So I want to beseech all members of the UDA party in Nakuru County feel free to access all services that will be offered in this office. We want to encourage all those leaders who are aspiring to be leaders to feel free and to feel comfortable that this office is not going to favor anybody. So if you are an elected leader, this office will serve you. If you are an aspiring leader, this office will serve you. We have insisted as a secretariat that we are going to be as impartial as possible. We do not want to start favoring candidates. I have heard my good brother, the coordinator of Nakuru, saying that in 2027, the status quo will remain. I understood him, meaning that since UDA is the majority and is the dominant party in Nakuru, then the status quo will remain. That UDA will continue being the dominant party in Nakuru. So I want to urge all members to take advantage of this regional office. As you all know, we had planned that we shall have our grassroots elections on 9th December. But after deep interrogation and deliberation by the National Steering Committee, led by our party leader, His Excellency President William Samoei Ruto, we thought it wise to postpone the elections until April. And the reason why we postponed these elections is because, and I want to make it very clear, karibu sana mheshimiwa, welcome. Yeah, it's because we wanted all the members of UDA party to register and to participate in these grassroots elections. You all know that we exist within the Kenya Kwanza affiliate families. And we are in the process of negotiating and talking to our sister parties within Kenya Kwanza to fold up so that they join UDA party, so that we build one strong national party. And this is exactly what our good brothers from China did several years ago, and now they're enjoying political tranquility because of having one strong party in the name of the Communist Party of China. We want to emulate them. We want Kenya to have strong political parties, and that is why we are urging our sister parties within the Kenya Kwanza family to consider folding their parties. And these are an ongoing conversation that we are having with them. And that is one of the reasons why we postponed our elections to April, to allow our brothers fold up their parties so that they can come and participate in our elections. So I want to urge members of the UDA party to continue with the rigorous registration of members and registration of candidates ahead of the 2024 grassroots general elections. I want to report here to the membership of the UDA party that yesterday we had a fruitful engagement with the Communist Party of China, led by His Excellency Mao. And we had agreed yesterday that we are going to have areas of collaboration with the Communist Party of China. One is that the Communist Party of China is going to help us build capacity, is going to help us enhance expertise within our secretariat. As you all know, we are going to conduct the first ever digital elections since we got our independence. And as you all know, technology is an emerging issue. We have emerging technological trends, and we need a lot of capacity building from our Chinese brothers, and they have committed that they are going to build capacity in our secretariat. In January, part of our secretariat will be traveling to China on an exchange program just to ensure that we build enough capacity so that we can be able to conduct the grassroots elections in a manner that is free, fair, accountable, and transparent. Second, we also agreed that they will come in handy to help us build our national headquarters. And in that headquarters, as a party, we have already purchased land to build a modern, an ultra-modern headquarters. That headquarters will host various offices, and it will also host the UDA Leadership School. We have conceptualized an idea whereby we are going to have the UDA Leadership School. We want to start mentoring young leadership that will take over from the current UDA leadership. We want UDA party to be a party that is going to outlive the current leadership. So 100 years from now, wherever we shall be, Susan and myself, in our silent graves, we shall be smiling, knowing that we left a strong party in the name of UDA. And therefore, that school, we are starting to develop the curriculum that is going to be used. And one of the prerequisites before we give you the UDA certificate is to take you through short courses. First, as an MCA, we'll be able to induct you so that you start understanding the doctrine that leads UDA, so that you understand the vision of UDA. As a member, it is important for you to understand what your party believes in. I have seen in the recent past members of UDA, and these I want to address with a lot of affirmation. I have seen in the recent past members of our party contradicting party positions, members of our party going against the directions of our party leader. I want to state here very categorically that moving forward, as a party, we want our members to understand the doctrines of UDA. We want our members to understand the manifesto upon which we were elected on. You know very well, we were elected on the basis of economic revolution. Our country at the moment is not doing very well economically because of our past mistakes. And our leader, the President of the Republic of Kenya, is keen to ensure that we salvage our country from the dungeon of economic depression. He is putting so much in place. You've seen he's introducing so many programs to ensure that we salvage our country from economic depression. And we have our members who do not understand that, going in public, opposing government position. So moving forward, we are going to institute internal mechanism to deal with such members. It's very unprofessional for you as a sitting member of parliament going to the public to oppose UDA position on certain matters. We have our forums that you can express your dissatisfaction. We always have our monthly parliamentary group meetings. Such platforms are the platforms whereby you can go and express your dissatisfaction to the leadership of the party. But we shall not entertain members of the UDA party to be among the members opposing government programs. But I want to assure Kenyans that all the government programs that the president is floating are coming to help Kenyans. So I want to urge Kenyans to be patient. I know there has been a very loud outcry as pertains taxation. And this is a topic that we should not shy away from speaking. You know very well that this month, our Eurobond as a country is maturing. And this is a financial obligation that we need to undertake, failure to which you know the consequences. So as a country and as the leadership of the country, we decided that the only way for us to meet that obligation is for us to have and save enough funds to ensure that we meet that obligation this year. And therefore, it was important for us to bite the bullet, because dawa ya deni ni kulipa. So I want to urge Kenyans that as a country we are ready to meet the Eurobond obligations later this month, and you will now see what us meeting that obligation is going to do to our country moving forward. And therefore want to urge our membership. Be relaxed. Kenya is on the right trajectory. Our captain is steady, and our vessel is going to reach the desired destination. So relax. Relax. Lastly, I want to thank the governor of Nakuru County. This is a steady lady. I remember when we were in the Senate, she was among the people who fought for this liberation that we're enjoying right now. She was vindicated. She was impeached from her position as a chief whip, but she did not lose hope. I want to urge the Kenyan girl child to look at our governor as a role model. A woman who does not wait to be given things for free. A woman who fights for her space. And Governor, I want to assure you, as a party, we are in support of your administration here in Nakuru. We've gone through the town, and the town is very clean. Nakuru is among the stable counties that we have under the leadership of a woman. Strength of a woman. Strength of a woman. So Governor, endelea hivyo hivyo, and we hope that the prayers of Bernard will come true. The prayers of Bernard, I don't know, you remember the prayers? I don't want to say them. We just hope that they will come true, but just know that the president supports you and supports women leadership, and as a party, we are going to cushion these special seats that are being occupied by women leaders. Otherwise, asanteni sana. I just want to urge Kenyans, waendelee kukaa pale, and Governor, concentrate in implementing your manifesto. I've heard the opposition trying to suggest, trying to imagine, trying to fantasize that they can take us to a referendum. We want to tell them that that's a pipe dream. They are hallucinating. We can never go back to a referendum. That referendum route is an imagination created in the leaders of the opposition. As a government, we are serious about implementing our 172 promises. And therefore, we are not going to entertain any idea of us being taken back to a referendum. Sisi tuangalie ile kazi tulipewa na wananchi, tufanyie wananchi kazi, na sisi hatutaenda kwa hiyo mambo ya referendum tena. Hiyo ndio maneno ilizamisha ile serikali iliyopita. Na tunasema hiyo maneno shetani afanye nini? So wakitaka kufanya referendum, waende wafanye ya chama yao. Wafanye referendum ya OTM. Lakini hakuna referendum tunaenda. That should be very clear. Na hata msilete hiyo discussion. All the proposed changes that have been done by the dialogue team will be conducted in parliament. Ile ambazo hazifanywa parliament, tutaachana nazo, tutazifanya miaka zingine. So Governor, karibu sana. I want to welcome now the governor so that you welcome the head of delegation from the from the Communist Party of China to come and address us. So tupigie Governor makofi. Leo niliambia governor akikuja kwa mkutano wa chama asivae, kuna longi nyingine anavanga, akivaa hiyo longi anakuwa mbaya sana. Nikamwambia leo paka uvae tu dress. So you looking good, Governor. You looking young, you looking super, and karibu sana. Thank you.
Asante. SG surely. Asante. Thank you so much, so much. But before niongee, two people. We have our MP who has joined us, our MP for Njoro, Mheshimiwa Charity Gatambi, and I believe I want to give 1 minute first to Wamariamu to speak a bit, because we didn't the MCAs, the majority leader spoke, but they said they have one other thing, but very briefly, Wamariamu. Okay, I always fear when I give you the mic, but the mic I'll give you.
Thank you, Governor. Thank you, SG. Na Governor, asante sana. SG, nafikiria kwanza utasikiza because umekuja hapa ili utusikize. Na tulisema ya kwamba chama ikikuja mashinani inakuwa ya wenye mashinani. Kwa hivyo SG kwanza ni mzuri. Governor, kwanza mimi nimekushukuru. Hii chance ni kama vile kupanda biguni miguu, lakini tumefika. Number one, SG, issue ya party elections. Unajua kuna watu wamekuwa wakifanya kazi bila mshahara. Na wale watu siku hizi wanataka viti na wanapanga shenanigans za viti. Utakuja kuua chama. This one, take it to the bank. Kwa sababu utapata watu ambao ni entrepreneur, utapata mikora, mtu ambaye hana ajenda ya chama kwa kichwa. Utapata mtu ambaye hata hakuwa wakati tulianzisha chama. Sasa atakuja kwa sababu ana pesa, atamwaga pesa, watapanga hiyo, alafu utapata mikora kwa chama. Can you first of all vet who becomes the chairman? Hata ninaangalia watu wengine kwa mitandao, unashindwa kwani tunatafuta chairman wa mnada. So check that. Hiyo nimekuambia ukweli, zimeenda miezi 3. Na wewe unagoja tu tuvumilia wakati tunakufa. So chaguliwa na kura ya yeye, sisi tukachaguliwa na Abu. Wewe tupagie hata sisi tuwe na caucus. Kama si hiyo basi unaona ya kwamba mambo inaendelea kuwa mbaya. The other one ni kuhusu structure ambayo ni za party. Tulisema ya kwamba unajua itakuwa vibaya sana kuambia governor ati akuje kwa election hizi so that awe ati ana coordinate. Inakuwa sometimes inakuwa mbaya. Wacha tuweke zile ambazo ni elective, wacha tuweke zile ambazo zitalida chama, ambazo either it is appointed or kadhalika. Kwa hivyo hiyo ningesema uangalie. The last one ambayo nitasema ndio nimesema kuhusu welfare. Ya kwamba usisahau MCS kwa sababu tumegoja. Juzi umesema kuhusu NADCO. Wao wakiongoza kwa sababu ilikuwa chama hii na chama hii. Wakajua ya kwamba wataweka CDF iwe protected na constitution. Wakaona Senate Oversight Fund iwe protected na constitution. Wakaona ya women iwe protected na constitution. Wakaona World Fund ni kama ya mnyama ikaachiliwa. Ati sasa wabuge akina Gekaria, lakini ninasema kwa sababu wewe una roho safi. Ati nyinyi mkae mtupage. Hata sisi mkisema tupagwe na governor. Sisi tunajua ya kwamba wale watu wanaumiza MCS sana ni wabuge kwa sababu wanatuogopa. So can you put the structure straight? Ya kwamba NADCO kabla kwa sababu hatuendi referendum. NADCO ikae chini ama namnani governor. Na tuongozwe na Council of Governors. Na Secretary General mimi napenda tu nisikize. Unajua unaongea na ikali na mambo yao wamepanga. Sikiza mambo ya wale wanyonge ambao hawajapagwa. Kwa hivyo sisi tunasema ya kwamba kabla hiyo ripoti tukae chini. Tuangalie pahali ambapo tunakuwa affected. Juzi hata tumeridhishiwa na governor atakwambia. Tumeridhishiwa our PDM. Sasa bunge iko juu. Sisi job group ni ya mtu anaanza job group ya D. Hata wakati nilikuwa mwalimu nilikuwa job group ya D. Wewe wacheni kucheza na MCS. Kwa hivyo tuko 800 kwa chama, wacha sauti yetu isiki. Kama haitasikika hapa Secretary General, na nilikwambia hata wewe kwa sababu tunaenda kukuchagua. Usipochuka hii, hata wewe tutakuangusha. No way about it. Kwa hivyo chuka sisi tukuchuke. Usisema chuchuka, basi kana hara hivyo.
SG, as you can see, if I didn't give him a chance to speak, nitakuwa kwa shida. Your Excellency Mao Dingji, I hope I said that right, the head of delegation, Communist Party of China, and we are really delighted to have you here. Wamariamu, now it's my time. You are my friend, my former colleague at the Senate, and now the Secretary General, the very able Secretary General of the UDA Party, Cleo Malala. You know, I really like you, Malala, because we have been through a lot together. There were many times we fought with you in the Senate, in different sides. But aliponipigia to tell me about coming in today, aliniambia, do not wear a trouser. There is something that makes you very manly in a trouser. You fight too much. So wear a dress so you can be feminine and not fight too much. So I complied. Our area MP, Mheshimiwa Gekaria, our MP of Njoro, Charity Gatambi, my sister. Oh, I haven't given you to speak. I'll give you in a minute. I'm sorry. He threw me off a bit. Our Deputy Governor, our Speaker of the County Assembly, Majority Leader, all the MCAs, our Coordinator, our Secretariat of the UDA that is here with us today from Nairobi. And I specifically and also appreciate those from Nakuru, lakini muache kuonyesha wengine tabia mbaya za all night. Tumeambiwa you are busy. We could even hear the hoarseness of the voice of the MC before. Lakini tunawapenda sana. You've done a brilliant job, by the way. I really, truly appreciate the Secretariat of UDA. Because if anybody knows, and most of you do, we started UDA from zero when we had zero money in the bank. We had no structures, we had no networks, and we were going against a sitting government with a big machinery. And this young group of secretariat really took us to the goalposts, and we were able to score and now have the government. So I truly appreciate you. Our county executive, tuwapigia makofi tafadhali, jameni. They are really, truly great. So before I say a few things, let me invite for 1 minute let me invite our Member of Parliament from Njoro, Mheshimiwa Charity Gadhambi. Mheshimiwa Gadhambi is a second-term Member of Parliament from a very cosmopolitan constituency in the county. So she's a big fighter, she's a good, though she's kidogo nini than me, she's my small sister. So karibu.
Thank you so much, our governor, our able governor. You have our blessings. I voted for you. You are doing good. And we pray for you because success for our lady governor will be a success for myself 2032. God is good. All the time. God is good, people. Ai, mbona mumekasirika? Wow, this is the team governor today, so dull, eh? Let me start by thanking God for this good day He has granted us. Our able governor, our SG party, our team from China, our MCAs, and all protocols observed. Mine is just congratulate you, Balala, for the work you are doing for UDA. This is a party which is going to live here for very many years. Allow me also to appreciate the great work His Excellency, the President and the Deputy President are doing under the Kenya Kwanza through this party, which made most of us be elected and be nominated. And actually, in every our talk, we are appreciating because when we were elected and the president was elected, the deputy president was elected, we had so much challenges in the country. My humble request to every Kenyan, please let us be very patient. Our president, our deputy president have greater plan for this country. Therefore, we are here to appreciate the team from China, which actually has been a good partner to this country. And allow me, Governor, to congratulate you and also to request all colleagues in Nakuru County, let us just purpose for unity. Let us just remember we have been elected and nominated recently. Let each one of us take his or our own responsibility, and we are going to make this county best. Therefore, Governor, I don't have a lot to say. I just came to appreciate the good work and to tell every Kenyan, let us register, let us be members of the party. Let us forget about opposition. Honestly, I don't talk about opposition because opposition is just confused. There have been opposition permanently and they remain to be permanently opposition. Therefore, let us be focused. Let us make this country more better. And on the position, kindly let me say this, Governor, let each one of us in Nakuru County take a responsibility to support the great idea which the President has in matters relation with climate change. Let each one of us take an action and at least do something for this country and this Kenya. God bless you so much. As you heard, I'm Charity Kadhambi Chepkonye, Member of Parliament, Njoro constituency. This county, I'm sure when the team from China is going to Kericho, you will pass through Njoro. Think of how you are going to partner with also our governor for some development matters. God bless you so much.
Thank you, my dear. Asante, asante. Tumpigie makofi, asante. Sasa, first of all, You remember, I'm sure most of you are, or you are aware of the Communist Party of China, Sindio? And we know it's a party that has been in power for over 100 years. Yeah, though His Excellency will come and tell us a bit more. So for me, I am one person who believes in the politics of strengthening our party so that we have a party with a manifesto and an agenda, so that when you talk of the UDA party, then you will know what that party stands for. So that we move away from that where we have been using parties as just a vehicle for elections, and then 5 years later, we move on to another party. So for once, I think I'm really excited by the help that we shall be getting from the Communist Party of China in regards to helping us run and have a very strong government party, UDA party. So that for many years from now, even beyond our term in office, even for those who will come behind us, they will be able to continue with the great manifesto of UDA by the kind of exchange that we'll have with the Communist Party of China. I am sure we can only get better, get stronger, and truly understand what a party means and what a party stands for. I agree with the Secretary General. It's been a bit concerning when we see our members taking to the podiums and actually going against party positions. You know, when I was fired myself by the then President Uhuru Kenyatta from being the chief whip of the Senate, deep in my heart, I knew he was right. Do you know why I knew he was right? There is no way I could have been his whip as the whip of the party, the government party, and I truly, in my heart, disagreed with the positions he had taken. So the right thing to do is either resign or be fired, right? So even here, you cannot be a UDA or Kenya Kwanza party member, positions maybe elected, nominated, or whatever, and then take the podium and go against the party leader or the party positions. That is unacceptable. So I think I agree completely with our MCA wa Mariamu and what he has said. SG, you guys need to expedite the meeting with the MCA caucuses. Maybe you start with them, but I also believe the president had also promised that he will also see them. So as much as you as the SG and the party see the members of the county assemblies, it also needs to end or stop, also get to the president where they sit with him. They do have legitimate issues that they have been raising, and those issues should not be swept under the carpet because they too are really, actually I believe they are our strongest link because they are our link to the mashinani, to the grassroots. So when we really oppress them, then they are not able to help us build a strong party and also get out the party and government positions out there. You know, so I think it's important that we give them a hearing as members of parliament. You do see the president. He's doing very well. We've seen your parliamentary meetings, which we longed for in the last parliament and we never got. As Council of Governors, we meet the president also very frequently. So it is also just as important that our foot soldiers on the ground meet the president, and often too, as much as we do. So if the MPs are doing it monthly, I don't see why the MCAs should not do it quarterly with the president. So without too much talk on that, I think that is the direction. SG, I also completely agree with you on one thing. As a country, right now, we are struggling under economic hardships. But I also want to tell you, it's not a Kenya issue only. It is the same thing across the world, whether we want to believe it or not. So what I want to say, we have no time to now start taking people back to the political atmosphere of trying to do a referendum. There is no time for a referendum right now. It is time to make sure that we build our economy and we make sure that everybody can put food on the table. So as far as I'm concerned as well, I disagree. I know the National Dialogue Team Committee did not necessarily say we go to a referendum. It is something that the opposition group has since been chanting about. We do not have we do not have the luxury of a referendum right now. If they want a referendum, let them put it together with the elections of 2027 and let those questions be answered then. The same way we said no to BBI is the same way we are saying no to any referendum. We have no money, no time, and no luxury of putting our efforts and our energies into such things. So that I am completely in agreement with you, our SG. Now, as a party, I believe, and that is why I so much believe in the party. Most of us here, actually all of us here, were very involved in building this UDA. And that is why I'm going to urge you, my colleagues, the MCAs, the MPs, and all the other leaders here. Let us make sure our people register and become registered members of UDA. Let them participate in the elections. We must own this party. And when I say that, I mean that because we cannot have put in all that effort and then move aside and let the party be taken over by people who do not understand where we came from or where we are going. So my point with that is, please let us in our areas take charge to make sure that people continue to register for members. Some of us are not running for any positions in the county. So I don't want, when I say we take over, I'm not meaning that we take over positions. What I'm saying is let us be involved in making sure the party is very vibrant. We were #1 in the country in registration of members back in 2022. So there is nothing that stops us from still being at that position. And that we are able to continue talking about, telling the people about the transformative agenda, so that we can make sure we are able to help the president and make sure we are able to help the president achieve the housing agenda as one of his big flagship agendas, and that we know will create employment for hundreds of thousands of our youth, and as well as give us housing with dignity for our people, so that we can continue supporting the president in his agriculture agenda, where we have been able to bring subsidized fertilizer, and with us as the county government making sure we take it down to the grassroots so that the farmers can get access to it, where we have been able to do the KIPES with the help of the president and make sure that we move this country to become more industrialized. And I believe China there is a leader, and we can only get better with this partnership. So I'm really excited about this. I won't go too much further, but I hope you can tell I am passionate about a strong democratic party. A strong UDA is the only way that we can make sure we keep forming the government for the next 100 years. Right? You said our silent graves. I think we'll be haunting them from our graves if they let this go. So thank you very much, our members. Thank you for coming today. Thank you very much, Your Excellency Mao, for being with us here today. We cannot wait to hear from you this morning or this afternoon now, because we keep saying there is no need to reinvent the wheel. Since the Communist Party of China has figured it out, help us figure out how we are able to stay in power for the next 100 years and beyond. Thank you. Can we now stand up and welcome our chief guest this morning, His Excellency Mao of the Communist Party of China. Karibu. Asante.
各位请坐下，可以发。
Please sit down. Thank you.
很高兴来到拉库鲁郡。
I'm very glad to visit Nakuru County.
谢谢郡长先生，谢谢马拉拉总书记，谢谢各位。
And I'd like to say a big thank you to all of you, including Secretary General Malala and Governor Kihika.
对拉库鲁郡，我们到这里来非常期待，也高度重视。
I have been longing for visiting Nakuru County, and I have highly valued this visit to your county.
来之前，我的同事们在北京给我准备了6000多字的发言稿。
Actually, before this visit, my colleagues in Beijing prepared a very long report and speech with around 6,000 characters.
如果我今天不照稿讲的话，很可能他们不让我回去了。
And I'm afraid that if today I did not say anything from the speech, I would not be allowed back to Beijing.
但这也不是马拉拉书记所看到的。他昨天谈到 他希望留下来的是我们美丽的周翻译。
But I'm sorry that this is not the wish from Secretary General Malala because the interpreter will not be stay here.
下面我尽可能简要的跟大家做一个介绍。
And now I'd like to try my best to make a brief introduction and to make the speech as short as possible.
很高兴跟大家见面。我这一次率中共代表团访肯，旨在通过深化两党合作，进一步落实好习近平总书记和贵党领袖鲁托达成的重要共识，巩固中肯传统友谊，推动中肯全面战略合作伙伴关系再上新台阶。
I'm very glad to meet with all of you here in Nakuru County. My visit to Kenya this time with the CPC delegation is to implement the important consensus reached between General Secretary Xi Jinping and President Ruto to deepen our party-to-party cooperation, to consolidate our traditional fine friendship between the two countries, and to bring the China-Kenya Comprehensive Strategic Cooperative Partnership to a new height.
中肯友谊源远流长。600多年前，中国航海家郑和率领船队抵达肯尼亚蒙巴萨，繁荣了贸易，播撒了友谊。非洲东海岸成为古代海上丝绸之路的瓷器海岸。60年前，肯尼亚宣布独立，中肯随即建立外交关系。
Our two countries enjoy a long history of friendship. 600 years ago, Chinese navigator Zheng He led a fleet to Mombasa of Kenya. The voyage not only brought trade but also friendship, and this voyage made the Kenya as a very famous porcelain coast of the ancient maritime Silk Road. 60 years ago, right after Kenya declared independence, our two countries established diplomatic ties.
两国始终平等相待，相互支持，成为彼此信赖的好朋友，合作共赢的好伙伴。习近平主席和鲁托总统高度重视中肯关系发展。今年10月，鲁托总统赴华出席第3届“一带一路”国际合作高峰论坛期间，同习主席共同擘画两国新时期发展合作新蓝图，有力引领了中肯全面战略合作伙伴关系发展。中方愿以此为新起点，同肯方一道，以两国元首重要共识为指引，维护双方合作势头，共同推进中非合作9项工程成果在肯落地。
Since then, our two countries have always supported each other and treated each other as equal. We have become good friends that trust each other and good partners for win-win cooperation. Our two heads of state highly value the development of our bilateral ties. This October, President Ruto visited China for the 3rd Belt and Road Forum for International Cooperation, during which he and President Xi Jinping jointly drew a blueprint for the development of our bilateral ties in the new era, and pointing out the direction for us to further advance our relationship. For the Chinese side, we'd like to use this as a new starting point to work with our Kenyan friends and to implement the important consensus of our two presidents, to maintain our good momentum of cooperation, and to jointly implement the 9 programs within the framework of FOCAC.
加强双方发展战略和规划对接，持续深化高质量共建“一带一路”合作。中方将继续鼓励和支持中国企业对肯投资，积极履行企业社会责任，助力肯愈后的经济复苏。肯咖啡、牛油果等特色农产品深受中国消费者喜欢。中方将继续采取措施扩大进口，让肯更多优质产品进入中国市场。
We will further enhance the synergy between our development strategies and plans so as to further enhance the high-level and high-quality Belt and Road cooperation. China will encourage and support our companies to invest in Kenya and actively take our enterprise social responsibilities to help you get economic recovery after the pandemic. Currently, the coffee, avocado, and many agricultural products are very favored by many Chinese customers. So going forward, Chinese side will also take more proactive measures to expand our imports and to encourage more high-quality Kenyan products into the Chinese market.
中国共产党高度重视同联合民主同盟的发展关系。疫情结束第一时间派团访肯，同联合民主同盟正式建立关系。此后，两党关系呈现出良好发展、良好势头，为两国关系发展注入新动力。中方愿与肯方一道努力，以落实两党最高领导人重要共识为指引，进一步深化拓展两党交流合作，加强治国理政经验交流互鉴，为中肯全面战略合作伙伴关系发展提供重要政治引领，助力国家关系发展，造福两国人民。
The CPC highly values our relationship with the UDA, and right after the pandemic, we sent a delegation to Kenya to establish official ties with the UDA. Since then, our two parties have enjoyed a good momentum of our relationship development, injecting fresh impetus into the growth of our bilateral ties. Going forward, the Chinese side stands ready to work with Kenya to implement the important consensus between the two presidents to further deepen our exchanges and cooperation between two parties, to enhance the sharing of the governance of the state and the party, and to offer important political guidance for the development of our relationship. This will not only help us to develop, but will also bring benefits to the peoples.
马拉拉总书记和军长先生也谈到，希望了解中共党的建设的一些情况。
And I've noted that both Secretary General Malala and Governor Madam, you have mentioned that you want to know something about the party building of the CPC.
我来做一些简要的介绍。
So I'd like to make a brief introduction.
党的力量来自基层。党的18大以来，习近平总书记高度重视党的建设。
A party gains its strength from organizations, and since 2012, General Secretary Xi Jinping pays highly attention to the party building of the CPC.
提出一系列新理念、新思想，做出一系列战略部署。习近平总书记开创性地提出了新时代党的组织路线，强调以组织体系建设为重点。党的20大提出要增强党组织政治功能和组织功能。 把党的路线方针政策和党中央决策部署贯彻落实好，把各领域广大群众组织凝聚好，把基层党组织建设成为有效实现党的领导的坚强战斗堡垒。
And he himself creatively proposed the party's organizational line for the new era, with a focus on the building of organizational system.
今年我们召开全国组织工作会议，系统阐述了习近平总书记关于党的建设的重要思想。这个思想深刻回答了建设什么样的长期执政的马克思主义政党，怎样建设长期执政的马克思主义政党这一重大时代课题。
According to the report to the 20th CPC National Congress, we need to enhance the political and organizational functions of party organizations and to ensure that primary level party organizations especially play a key role in ensuring the exercise of the party's leadership. In June this year, General Secretary Xi Jinping elaborated on his thoughts on party building, covering the fundamental principles, layout, pursuits, and key tasks of party Party building. His remarks also offer an answer to the major question of our time: what kind of Marxist party exercising long-term governance we should develop, and how we should go about achieving this task. His remarks deepens the CPC's understanding of the laws that underline the building of a Marxist ruling party.
我们在工作中具体落实这些新思想、新要求。
And in our daily work, we have earnestly implemented the instructions and requirements from the Central Party Committee.
我简要介绍5个方面的情况。
And I'd like to briefly make them into 5 aspects.
一是严密上下贯通、执行有力的组织体系。我们党是按照马克思主义建党原则建立起来的，形成了包括党的中央组织、地方组织、基层组织在内，涵盖党的纪律检察机关、党的工作机关，纵向到底、横向到边的严密组织架构。
First, we have built an organizational system featuring unimpeded communication and effective policy implementation at all levels. The CPC was established according to the rules of Marxist parties, and we have established a close-knit organization. Vertically speaking, we have central party organization and local party organizations, as well as primary level party organizations. And horizontally speaking, we have Department for Discipline Inspection and Department for Work of the Party.
党中央是党的大脑和中枢，拥有定于一尊、一锤定音的权威。
The central party organization is just like the nerve center of the body, the brain, so it has the authority to make the final decisions.
党的地方组织是党的组织体系的躯干，根本任务是确保党中央决策部署、贯彻落实有令进行有尽机制。
And the local party organizations are just like legs and arms. Their fundamental task is to ensure the earnest implementation of the decisions of the CPC Central Committee.
党的基层组织是党的机体的神经末梢，是党的全部工作和战斗力的基础。
The primary level party organizations are just like nerve endings of the party, and they are the foundation of the party.
中国共产党拥有9800多万名党员，500多万个党组织，党员不论职务高低，都必须编入党的一个支部、党小组和其他特定组织，参加组织活动，接受群众监督。这样严密的组织体系，正是中国共产党的优势所在、力量所在。
The CPC currently has over 98 million members and over 5 million party organizations at various levels. Every party member, irrespective of their position, must join a branch, group, or other given unit of the party, participate in the regular activities at the party organizations, and accept the oversight of the people. Such a close-knit organization is just the advantage and source of strength of the CPC.
二是坚持思想建党、理论强党，坚持不懈用习近平新时代中国特色社会主义思想迎新筑坟。中国共产党十分注重思想建党、理论强党，始终一手抓理论创新，一手抓理论武装，把马克思主义基本原理同中国具体实践相结合，同中华优秀传统文化相结合，不断丰富和发展马克思主义，不断谱写马克思主义中国化、时代化的新篇章，并及时用党的创新理论武装党员干部。
Second, we have all along highly valued being well-grounded in both thoughts and theory, and we have enhanced cohesion and forged the party's soul with Xi Jinping thought on socialism with Chinese characteristics for a new era. On the one hand, we have made progress in theoretical innovation. On the other, we kept arming our members with the party's latest theories. In this process, we have combined the basic tenets of the Marxism with the specific realities of China and with fine traditional Chinese culture. This will help us to enrich and develop Marxism in the new era and to continue opening new chapters in adapting Marxism to the Chinese context and arm our party members timely.
党的18大以来，我们多次开展党内集中教育，对推动全党在政治上、思想上、行动上保持高度团结统一，推动新时代伟大事业发挥了重要作用。
Since the 2012, the CPC has carried out a series of intensive education programs, so all these have played an important role in uniting the whole party in terms of political orientation, thinking, and actions.
我们注重加强对基层党组织书记，特别是社区村党组织书记的培训。 今年我们举办全国村党组织书记和村委会主任的视频培训班，对51.3万名村党组织书记和村委会主任进行培训，还举办了社区党组织书记和居委会主任培训班、视频培训班，对12.2万名社区党组织书记和居委会主任 进行培训，不断提高他们的党性修养和履职能力。
Apart from intensive party education program, we also pay attention to the regular training programs, especially to the primary level. For example, the secretary of primary level party organizations, in particular, the secretary of community party organizations and village party organizations. To be specific, for this year only, we have held a online video course training courses towards 513,000 secretaries of party organizations at the primary level and heads of village party committee. We've also held another online course training for over 122,000 of secretary of community party organizations and heads of neighborhood party committees.
三是扩大两个覆盖，增强两个功能。两个覆盖是指党的组织覆盖和工作覆盖，努力做到哪里有党员，那里就有党的组织；哪里有群众，哪里就有党的工作。工作覆盖就是要努力消除空白点，把党的工作及时有效做到群众中去，做到新的就业群体中去。
Third, we have extended coverage in two aspects and enhanced the two functions. So the two aspects means the coverage of party organizations and the coverage of party work. To enhance the coverage in party organizations means that party organizations are put in place wherever there are party members, and party work would be done wherever there are needs from the people. By doing so, we have tried our best to ensure the full coverage of our party work and to ensure that we can always reach out to everyone, especially those from the emerging employment groups.
两个功能是指党组织的政治功能和组织功能。政治功能最核心的是把好方向，引导各级党组织坚持组织路线，服从服于政治路线。组织功能最关键的是凝聚力量，引导各级党组织更好教育、管理、监督党员和组织凝聚、宣传、服务群众，汇聚起 团结奋斗的磅礴力量。
And the two functions indicate to the political function and organizational function of party organizations. So for the political function, it is to chart the course, to encourage party organizations at various levels, to ensure that party's organizational line will serve the political line. And the organizational function is to pool the strength. That is to say, we would encourage our our party organizations at various levels to better educate, manage, and supervise our party members, and to better organize, mobilize, educate, and serve the public. This will help the CPC to pull more strength and consensus from the public.
四是加强分类指导，统筹推进各层级各领域党组织建设。第一是抓党建出乡村振兴，增强农村基层党组织的整体功能。第二呢，是以党建引领基层治理，提升党建引领城市基层治理的效能。三是推动传统领域，就是国有企业、各级机关、高校、公立医院等党的建设与业务工作深度融合。四是不断增强党在新型领域的号召力、凝聚力，包括混合所有制企业、非公企业等。第五呢，是充分发挥党员的先锋模范作用，动员广大党员在完成重大任务、抗击自然灾害、应对突发事件时冲在一线。
Fourth, we have offered guidance according to sectors and different levels to enhance overall party building. To be specific, we have made efforts in 5 areas or 5 aspects. First, we have used party building initiatives to propel rural revitalization and to enhance the overall competence of our primary level party organizations, especially in the rural area. Second, we have intensified party building efforts in urban communities so that party will better help the government to govern these areas. And third, we have encouraged those traditional sectors to combine the party building with their daily work. That is to say, to encourage those state-owned enterprises, public and state institutions, the colleges and universities, as well as public hospitals. Fourth, we have enhanced the party's ability to inspire, unite, and influence in some newly emerged areas, including the mixed ownership and non-public enterprises. Last but not least, we have motivated our party members to become role models, especially to encourage them to rush to the front, even in the emergencies and in the fights against the natural disasters.
最后一点就是层层压实党建工作责任，树立大抓基层的鲜明导向。我们对各级党委党组开展书记抓基层党建工作的述职评议考核，各级党委党组坚持把党建工作和业务工作同谋划、部署、推进考核，以贯彻落实党中央决策部署，抓重大任务落实的成果，检验基层党建工作成效。
And the fifth is that we have identified the responsibilities for party building at various levels with a clear focus on the primary level. We have required our party committees and party organizations at various levels, require their secretaries to evaluate on enhancing political building at the primary level. That is to say, we encourage them to combine their party building work with their daily work, especially when they are making plannings, deployments, they are carrying out evaluations, or in any other daily work. By doing so, we will help them to better implement the decisions made by the CPC Central Committee.
我们高兴地看到，今年以来，在鲁图总统的带领下，贵党全力加强基层组织建设，努力将联合民主同盟打造成为一个更具代表性、更强有力的政党。我们对此表示赞赏。我们相信，在大家不懈努力下，联合民主同盟在纳库鲁郡的组织建设将进一步得到完善，赢得本地民众更加广泛、更加持久的支持。
We are very glad to see that since this year, under the leadership of President Ruto, the UDA has paid special attention to the party building, especially at the grassroots level, and you are aiming to building the UDA into a more representative and stronger political party, which we highly appreciate. And for the CPC, we deeply believe that with your tireless efforts, the UDA will definitely be better improved, especially in your organizational structure in the Nakuru County, and you will win more extensive and sustained support from local people. Thank you.
祝大家身体健康，工作顺利，家庭幸福。谢谢。
And in conclusion, I wish all of you enjoying good health, successful work, and all the best. Thank you.
Asante sana. Wapi makofi ya mgeni wetu? Asante sana. Sasa tutakuwa na photo session kidogo hapa, alafu tutamalizia photo session.
They want to visit China. My MCAs want to visit China.
Our guest of honor, tafadhali. Oh, sorry. Ni hao.
MPs na wabunge, MPs, women rep na speaker, tafadhali. Nyuma. MCAs, please.